The whole theme of this week was what, guys?
Game on!
Oh, please!
Oh,
was it?
Game on! Okay. 1,
Come on, here.
2,
Let's go.
3.
Yeah!
All right, let's get up and show our moms and dads some dances, okay?
Let's go show you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need a couple kids with pledges and stuff. And then what we're going to do is bring the kids up here with us. Okay? So, Sandy, you want to grab a flag? RJ, you want to grab a flag? Christy, you want to grab the Bible suite? Okay. Thank you. You guys warm up here. All right. So if you would, attention. Right hand salute to the American flag, if you would. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To the Christian flag. Right hand
I
salute.
pledge allegiance to the Christian flag and to the Savior whose kingdom it stands, one brotherhood, uniting all Christians in service and love.
All right. To the Bible. I pledge allegiance
to the Bible, God's holy word, and will make it a lamp unto my feet, a light unto my path, and hide its words in my heart, that I might not sin against God.
So we actually had a motto which was what, guys? Gear up. Get ready. All right. And so we had a verse that encapsulated the whole time. It was actually in 2 Peter 1:3, I believe. It says, His divine power has given us everything required for life and godliness through the knowledge of Him who called us in His own glory and goodness. Okay? So, are you all excited to see what these kids can do?
Yeah!
All right, guys, let's go up here with us, okay?
Nobody goes up.
Come on, let's go. Up here on the stage. Come on. Let's go.
Bye, guys.
Hey, Terry.
All right, you guys ready? Game on.
Noise
Okay, we're doing the I Don't Know song. Franklin, it was up there.
Rick.
You got the first date, Mark? The first date.
Jesus knows our every move, and He came to rescue me and you. Our God proves His love for us. He's wanting us each and every day. Our God proves He cares for us. He's wanting us each and every day, each and every day. Jesus came to seek and save all who call upon His name. Our God proves His love for us. He's wanting us each and every day. Our God proves He cares for us. He's wanting us each and every day, each and every day. He's the one who loves us more, all that we could ever imagine. He's the one who loves us more. We have should have gone astray. Everybody wants to go their own way, but Jesus knows our every move, and He came to rescue me and you. Our God proves His love for us. He's wanting us each and every day. Our God proves He cares for us. He's wanting us each and every day. Our God proves His love for us. He's wanting us each and every day. Our God proves He cares for us. He's wanting us each and every day, each and every day, each and every day.
Get in the game.
What do you say? You wanna know where to find God's amazing grace? Hey, hey, what do you say? You wanna know what it's like to be truly saved? Hey, 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 get in the game. Hey,
So, oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't meant to be heard. That was a private comment. Yeah, so when your kids came in here, as you saw first, what they did was we came in, we did the pledges, and we actually did the theme song, which was Get in the Game. Okay? So we did that, that was about 15 minutes, and then they started breaking out into different groups. And they would go to crafts. I believe some of them, the kids brought the crafts home. They did pennants, they did sand art, and they also had like a little wooden thing that they colored themselves. It was their own design, their own imagination. We didn't tell them what to do. Is let the kids be creative. And so some are very creative in stuff. Others, you begin to realize some of the gifts that really God has given them to be able to do some things that they do. We went from there. Probably they may have went outside. But yesterday, it was a little hot, and so we decided that what we would do is kind of do a water game. And so the kids ended up with water balloons. And what they ended up doing was actually throwing them all at the leaders. and so I don't see Dean in here. I know, but Dean, the poor guy, was standing there, and they all used him as target practice. He was soaked from head to toe. I mean, really soaked. And the kids had a ball. They had a blast and a really good time to enjoy that. Then we tried to feed them some stuff nutritious like grapes, carrots, and stuff like that, because tonight we're not going to go nutritious, okay? So we did that all week, and so we gave them things like that, hot dogs, and we did mac and cheese and stuff like that to actually cook some stuff. Then we also had a couple classes that we did. One was missions, because part of what we were doing in VBS also was, many of you all may have heard of a thing called Operation Christmas Child, which happens right around November. And what it is kids from all around, from right in the United States and other places, will collect. We have shoe boxes, and there are certain articles that we purchase and everything. We'll fill up these shoe boxes, and then what they do is Franklin Graham from Samaritan Purse, or Billy Graham Evangelistic Association, they will take those boxes to kids all around the world. And you'll begin to really see kids enjoy, because they don't get Christmas. They don't get anything. And little things like coloring books, a toy, even clothing, they really appreciate very, very much. And so all week, the offering that you can give it's going to pay the postage to actually ship the boxes, because I think it's like $7 a box that has to be paid in order to ship those. And if we don't pay it, somebody else ends up picking it up. So we talked about missions to the kids to help them to understand that we are a blessed country, and there are other kids around the world that don't quite have everything that we have, and to help them to understand that we really need to help as much as we can. And then we had a Bible study with a lesson every night. And through this, it's just helping them to understand that, number one, the biggest game that you've got is life. So many times we teach our kids to play sports, and they become so competitive in the sports that sometimes we forget that we're not teaching them anything except to win. And then when they lose, they find it very difficult to be able to do that. And so one of the things the whole week was to try to help teach them about the game of life and how to get prepared for that, because your kids are growing up in a whole different world than we ever grew up in. and it seems to be a lot more difficult today. And hopefully we can get them prepared in ways that are good. So I think that's everything we did, other than, and then we would bring them in here and we would teach them the songs and steps, and they did a lot better than I did, okay? I was learning from them, and so they would learn these moves and stuff. And so through all of this, we actually had 16 kids that made a profession of faith. And so we'll be talking to parents, you know, to make sure that the kids understand and know what they were doing, okay? Those of you that made a profession of faith, you want to stand? Let everybody know who you were.
You asked Jesus to be the boss of your life? Stand up.
It's the awesomeness. And so last but not least, one of the things that we did was we told the kids that whoever was here for 4 straight days, all of them, there is a mongoose bike that is up there. And so we've got the kids that have been here all 4 nights in here. And so somebody's going to draw the name so that I don't draw the name. And if you don't win it, you're blamed. Ashton. This doesn't even work. How about Sammy? George. All right. So you have to write it home. So here's what we have. We have the 5 food groups. We only had 4 this morning. We added a 5th. And we really like to get to know you, and you get to know us, and we'll talk about your kids and everything, and I say thank you so much. We have back in the back, we actually have vanilla ice cream, soft serve, in the cones. Okay, so you'll get vanilla ice cream if you want. We also have popcorn. We also have snow cones. We also have cotton candy. We also have pink lemonade for you to drink to kind of wash it all down. And then we added another 5th group, and that is we have chips. Okay? We actually have bags of chips, Doritos, the Sun Chips, Cheetos, everything. And so we'll head to the back. We hope you all come with us and everything, and just enjoy some time together. Okay? All right? So, Rick, you want to pray? And then let's walk in a orderly fashion. Okay? Everybody, we got plenty for you, so don't run over each other. There's plenty. Trust me.
Precious Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you for this night, Lord. We thank you so much for these children, Lord. We just thank you so much for blessing us with them. We pray, Lord, that they just have learned something this week, Lord, that they can look at us and we can help them along their way. And we thank you for the parents that are here, Lord, that we just have a great time in your name. And bless these kids, Lord. And one last thing, Lord, it's game on.